I saw my boyfriend Walker holding his guitar, and I nearly burst with pride. We'd come so far to get here, especially me, finally out in the real world again. I felt like my old self again, confident, happy, and free. Walker pointed at me and spoke into the microphone.
They say that when true love comes for you, you won't know what hit you. My girl Lacey came at me like a freight train. Babe, this song is for you.
Every girl in the club turned to me with their eyes popping out of their sockets and their jaws wide open, like they thought I didn't deserve him. I don't care what anybody thinks about Walker and me. Well, that's not exactly true. I did care about what one person thought. Bex, Walker's little sister and my best friend. When Walker and I got together, I was sure I'd added a boyfriend and subtracted a best friend. I should probably start at the beginning, but first, please like and subscribe. It all began on the day we were born. Yep, Bex and I were born on the same day in the same hospital. Our parents lived next door to each other, and our moms were inseparable. Soon, they were pregnant at the same time.
I can't believe we're so close to meeting these little ones.
I know they're going to be the best of friends.
It's as if Bex's mom had a crystal ball because she was spot on. Bex arrived 17 minutes before me, and we've been BFFs since. She's always been kind of motherly to me, and she took her job as the oldest seriously.
We should clean up these toys and get a snack.
But I was still playing with that.
Did you pack your raincoat? It looks like it's going to rain.
When I say we did everything together, I do mean everything. We went to dance class too together.
Lacey, how are you so flexible? I feel like a statue next to you.
Double jointed, I guess. We were each other's biggest cheerleaders, and we told each other everything too. My parents were fighting again last night. I'm worried they won't make up.
Don't worry, babe. Your dad will get a new job and that stress will just go away.
But then one day, when we were 15, life as I knew it changed forever. Bex and I were walking home from school. We were crossing the street when suddenly, a car lost control and came speeding toward us. And then I blacked out. All I remember was the sound of shattering glass and the smell of burnt rubber. When I woke up, I found myself in the hospital.
Oh, honey, thank goodness you're okay. What if something had happened to you?
I couldn't do life without you, bestie.
Sweetheart, you just take everything easy now. You need to heal.
And I did heal, kind of. My body was fine, but my brain was broken. For some reason, every time I left my house, I was terrified. When I stepped outside my door, I could hear that car, and I could smell the burnt rubber. My world suddenly shrank. The only place I could go without having a panic attack was Bex's house. I even stopped going to school. Bex, can we just stay at my house today? I don't think I can go out.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just cancel with our friends.
Bex, do you want to watch a movie at your house?
I thought we might go to the mall.
I really don't want to go anywhere. I think that's when Bex started to resent me, which made me feel guilty. I didn't mean to be this way. I didn't want to live the rest of my life inside a house, but everything just felt safer there, at least to me. To Bex, it must have felt like a prison.
We never do anything anymore. This is boring, Lacey. There's so much out there to see and do.
I was ashamed. Why was it so hard for me to just go outside and act like a normal teenager? Bex, you can go to the party if you want. I'm gonna stay here.
Are you sure? You could try coming, right? We can leave early. Couldn't you just try today for me?
Who knows? It might not be as bad as you're imagining it. A party sounded about as much fun as scrubbing tiles with a toothbrush, but I decided to make an effort for Bex. I was sweating bullets and my heart was pounding by the time we made it to the party. My friends from school seemed happy to see me though, and I started to relax just a bit. I sat down in a corner, not ready to join the dancing crowd yet. Maybe Bex was right, this wasn't so bad. But just then, a waiter carrying a tray of drinks suddenly tripped it. Everything went crashing to the floor. The sound of the smashing glass sent me into a panic, burned my head in my arms, crying hysterically. Everything went completely silent, and Bex tried her best to make me come out, but I couldn't move an inch. Eventually, she had to call my parents to come and take me.
Lacey, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I've been trying to tell you I can't go out, and now things are even worse. Everyone probably thought I acted like a freak. I'm not trying to hold you back, Bex. You want to go to parties? You can go without me. I won't mind.
Okay then, maybe I will.
A few nights later, I went over to Bex's house, but I found her brother Walker instead. He smiled, and I was distracted.
Hey Lace, Bex isn't here.
Whoa, when did Walker get so hot? He was usually always in the garage practicing with his band. He had a major glow up. Right, I forgot she might be out.
Something the matter? You look a little glum.
I'm just bored, I guess.
Yeah, me too. Come on in.
That's how it all began. That night, Walker and I talked. I told him I was scared I'd be hit by a car. I'd felt trapped in my own mind. and I felt guilty keeping Bex's from living your life and about what happened at the party.
Don't be so hard on yourself. What happened to you was a huge trauma. Healing takes time. As for Bex, don't worry about her. She's your friend. She'll always be there for you.
Hearing Walker say that felt good. You're right, Walker. I just can't help it. Sometimes I feel like a freak from another planet. I'm sure everyone at school now thinks I'm a total weirdo. That was when Walker picked up his guitar and started strumming it.
Why does it matter what anyone thinks of you? It should only matter what you think of yourself. But for the record, I happen to think you're pretty great.
My heart skipped a beat when he said that, and for the first time in a long time, I felt like I had someone to talk to, someone who cared about me, someone who saw me. The next time Bex came to see me, I tried to bring up Walker. I saw your brother playing his guitar on the porch the other day. He's gotten really good. Also really cute.
Yeah, he's good. But my parents think it's a waste of time and he should focus more on his studies. Wait a minute, you think he's cute?
Just an observation. He didn't look too bad from my window.
You know he's off limits, right? Because the last time he dated a friend of mine and broke up with her, she shut me up completely. I never want him going near any of my friends again.
I know all that, Bex. Don't worry. But soon I was waiting for Bex to leave her house so I could go and spend time with Walker. Part of me felt like I was betraying her, but I was hooked on a feeling. The feeling I had every time I looked into Walker's eyes. It didn't take long for Walker to get hooked too.
All these years and I didn't realize what a cool person you were. Bex kept you all to herself.
Walker and I started spending more and more time together. He told me he wanted to be a famous singer, but he didn't feel like anyone in his family supported his dreams. I did, though. No one gets to tell you how big to dream, Walker. You can do anything you set your mind to.
I know my sister might kill me for saying this, but I feel like you understand me. I feel connected to you somehow.
He touched my lips, and I felt shaky and my head began to whirl.
Whoa, you're perfect.
But I could only think about one thing. Bex was going to kill us. Walker, we can't do this. Bex is my best friend.
So what? Don't give up on something that could be really good between us, don't you feel it?
His hand brushed my cheek, and soon I was lost in his eyes again, leaning in for another kiss.
What's going on here?
I pulled away from Walker like he was fire, and I'd just been burned. Bex, I can explain.
Explain what? Your spit-swapping fest with my brother. I told you I would never be okay with this.
Oh no!
It looks like I was just betrayed by the two of you. I don't want to look at either of you again.
Bex pushed away, past us, and I swear I felt my heart break. I stared at Walker, but with my chest so tight I couldn't find any words, so I ran. I ran home to the safety of my bedroom, and that's where I stayed for days, weeks. I missed Bex's terribly, and even though I didn't want to admit it, I missed Walker too.
Honey, this isn't healthy for you. You need to leave the house.
I don't want to leave the house. I want to stay in bed and let my blankets swallow me whole.
No, go outside in the yard and get some fresh air. That's not a request, it's an order.
Her tone told me she wasn't messing around, so I headed to the yard with my phone, a blanket, and a grudge. That's when I spotted Bex, dressed in workout gear and running shoes, her attention focused on her phone. She stepped out onto the crosswalk, and that's when I heard the car. Then I saw it. Bex, look out.
Huh?
The idea of me getting hit by a car paralyzed me with fear, but the idea of Bex getting hit by a car was unthinkable. I tackled Bex to the ground so fast that we both just stared at each other, shocked and breathless.
Lacey, you saved me.
Of course I did. I can't do like if without you, bestie.
You're my best friend too.
I didn't mean to kiss Walker, Bex. He just made me feel less alone. Bex looked ashamed.
Walker told me everything. He said you inspired him and supported his music. He said you were like a song to him. And I'm sorry I haven't been a good friend. I should have wanted you to be happy. I do want you to be happy.
Walker raced out of the house and came running to us.
Stop fighting your friends.
We're not fighting. We're making up. If peeing with each other makes you happy, I want you to be happy. Both of you.
Bex, does that mean?
It means that Lacey can be your song again?
With that, Bex left us standing there. Walker,
Be my girlfriend. No more secrets. No more hiding.
Yes. 100%? Yes.
You helped me believe in myself.
You did the same thing for me, Walker. I feel stronger now, like I can do anything.
Anything.
Anything. Walker stepped forward, taking my hands in his.
Would you come to my first real gig? It's tomorrow, but only if you're ready.
I hadn't left my house to go anywhere but school for such a long time, but when I saw the hope in Walker's eyes and the support I would give him by going, I felt I could do it. I think I'm ready, Walker. Walker wrapped his arms around me, pulling me close for a kiss.
Hey friends, I'm Ella from New York. Please like and subscribe. I'm an only child, and my parents loved me so much and cared a lot about my musical talent, which they noticed when I was only 6. I played the piano, wrote songs, and sang too.
She's going to be a famous star one day. She sounds like an angel.
Believe me when I tell you I love music. I spend all my time singing and playing or listening to music. When I was 10, I even wrote my first song. Sadly, everything changed when I turned 13 and Mom and Dad divorced. Mom left us and we were devastated. But after 2 years, my dad met someone new. I didn't like the idea at first, but I didn't say anything because I wanted to see him happy again. One day he told me that he had invited this woman and her 2 daughters. It's over for dinner.
You're going to like the girls, I promise. They're so nice and they're your age as well. You can finally have the sisters you always wanted.
When they finally came over, my soon-to-be stepmom Lindsay and her 2 daughters, Anna and Joanna, pretended to be nice to me, but I don't know why I felt like they were lying the whole time.
Oh my, look at you. Aren't you a dear?
I feel like we'll be best friends.
I like your hair so much. Can I see your room?
My dad and Lindsay got married after a short time, and she and her daughters moved in with us.
Our house is bigger than theirs, so we'll all fit in nicely together here. Anna and Joanna will keep you company all the time. Isn't this amazing?
Yeah, Dad, it is. I'm so excited. I really didn't like the idea because there was just something weird about them, but I didn't have the heart to say that to my dad. Not long after the wedding, my father came home one day looking extremely happy.
Girls, guess what? I got promoted.
Really, congrats. How much will they pay you?
I don't know yet, but I'll have to travel every now and again. It's a very important position.
But Dad, I don't like having you away for long.
Don't be silly. He'll make a lot of money. He has to take the job.
When are you going to travel? What will you bring for me?
I need a new phone, please.
What about me? I want a new laptop. Mine is old.
Baby, I've always wanted a diamond ring. The golden one is not so nice. Can you please get me one?
What about you, Ella? What do you want me to get you?
Nothing, Dad. Just don't stay away for too long. See, this is the sad part. I discovered that Lindsay had married my dad for his money, and she literally cared for nothing else. When Dad started to travel a lot, Lindsay, Anna, and Joanna showed their true colors. They were terrible. They treated me horribly. They were only nice to me when he was around.
Just stop playing the stupid piano you're playing. Sounds like nails on a chalkboard. You think you're a musician? Such a loser.
Yeah, stop it. Will you? You're giving me a headache.
Just like that, Lindsay didn't let me play the piano anymore. She didn't let me do anything, basically. Wait a minute, is that my shirt you're wearing?
It was your shirt. I liked it, so I took it. Do you have a problem?
Anna, why is your stuff in my room?
I'm bored with my room and it's very small. I want yours. It's bigger and nicer. Get the rest of your stuff out of my new room now.
That was the last straw. I couldn't take it anymore. I planned to tell my dad everything when he got back.
Oh my god, I never did that. You told me you wanted us to exchange rooms. I'm really hurt.
Didn't you give me this shirt because you took my orange one? I didn't take anything from you.
Oh my, I didn't let her play the piano. Why would I ever do that? If anything, I encouraged her to practice more.
What? What are you saying? I'm not lying.
Ella, I am very disappointed in you. I never thought you would lie to me. Lindsay and the girls are trying to be a family to you and you're telling lies about them. I never want to hear anything like that ever again.
I mean the audacity. 2 years passed like this before everything changed when I learned tragic news. Apparently, the company Dad was working for was a fraud and he was in jail miles away. And if things were bad in the beginning, they got even worse. Lindsay and her daughters made my life terrible, and I didn't know what to do. Music was the only thing that helped me. When I saved enough money, I bought a secondhand microphone and downloaded an app that would let me play different kinds of instruments on it. I kept writing songs and music and recording them on my laptop and listening to them because I couldn't live without music. Wait a second, why don't I upload one of my songs online? Of course, I can't use my real name or picture because God knows what would happen if Lindsay or one of her daughters found out. But the idea isn't so terrible, is it? It's better than being this far away from music. After only 2 days, it had 100,000 views in the comments section. I could see that people loved the lyrics and the music despite the low quality of the video. So I started to post more and more songs. Soon everyone at school was talking about my songs that make me happy and sad at the same time because I couldn't tell them that it was me.
Have you listened to this new song by this mystery girl? Let me tell you, it's amazing.
Not yet, but I have to check it out now. I adore her songs.
If only we could know who she really is.
I literally know all her songs by heart.
But things didn't stay good for long for me. Joanna recognized my voice and playing somehow and told Lindsay,
What do you think you're doing? Playing smart and thinking I won't know?
I don't understand how someone like you got this number of views and likes.
She won't anymore. Give me this laptop now. I'm going to delete those stupid videos. If you do one more thing like this, you won't like what happened.
Please don't. Please.
Wait a minute, Mom. What if we could use her fame? We can make a lot of money if we let her write and record those silly songs of hers. And I'll pretend that I'm the one who's actually making them. The camera loves my face anyways.
What? You want to steal my music? Are you crazy?
That's a brilliant idea, darling. And you, Ella, have no say in this at all. You either do what we say, or you can say goodbye to your dad forever. I'll make sure he can't get out of that jail and stays there forever. I won't hire a lawyer or anything to save his butt. Got it.
This family was crazy. They were heartless. Lindsay bought better equipment and forced me to use it to record my music and songs. Joanna would shoot videos of herself pretending to sing and play the piano, but it was actually my voice, my music, and my lyrics. The number of views and likes on the video was crazy. She was becoming the new social media sensation, and she was making an insane amount of money. At school, everyone wanted to be your friend because she was the popular girl now.
Joanna, please come to my party this weekend. It would be a blast having you there.
Sign my shirt, Joanna. Please, please, please.
Can I get a selfie with you? Please say yes.
Meanwhile, I wasn't allowed to go anywhere other than school. It felt like I was in prison. Lindsay, Anna, and Joanna were watching me all the time because they were worried I'd reveal their secret. But I didn't, because I was afraid they'd leave Dad in jail forever. But things changed once more one afternoon.
Ella, you better listen to what I'm going to tell you carefully. There is a huge musical competition that's happening soon. And if you created the best song, Dart, I can win a record deal with an important record label.
And how are you planning on recording an album exactly? Are you planning on dragging me behind you to the studio, letting everybody they know your truth?
That's none of your business. My mom will think of something. Start working on that song now.
I had no choice but to write a song on the required theme and record it.
Now I need to shoot a video for this song, but it needs to be perfect because I have to win this competition.
Guess what happened then? She won. She and Lindsay were over the moon, quite literally.
Mom, I just got a call from the record label. They want you and me to go tomorrow in the contract for the album.
That's perfect, honey. You'll be a star. Hey, Ella, you're coming with us tomorrow.
What? Me? Why would you want me to go with you?
What if they asked us some stupid question about music and singing? You'll be there to help Joanna answer. Understood?
Wasn't it enough that they were stealing my music and money? They also wanted me to watch them doing it. When we got there, Liam, the CEO himself, welcomed us.
Welcome to our company. It's been a pleasure meeting such a young and promising talent as you, Joanna. For how? How long have you been playing the piano and singing?
Since she was 10. She's the most unique kid ever.
That's nice. And have you had any teachers?
Well, I don't.
Oh no, she taught herself all that she knows about music. Isn't she amazing?
Sure. And you are?
Oh, that's Ella, my stepdaughter. She's one of our family, and we love her dearly, just like she loves us. Right, darling?
What? Yeah, sure.
Nice to meet you, Ella. I feel like you're surprised I'm the CEO because I'm young. I hear that a lot, but the truth is, this company belongs to my dad, and he only trusts me to run things around here.
I was sitting there silently, not saying much. This Liam was very nice, and to me especially, he kept trying to include me in the conversation, but Lindsay didn't like it.
Ella, dear, be a dear and bring me my shawl from the car, could you? I'm cold.
Sure. I understood that she wanted me out of the room because she wanted his full attention to be on Joanna. So I left the room and started walking aimlessly around the corridors of the company. Wow, look how many musical instruments are in this room. What is that, a huge piano? It wouldn't hurt if I played it for a minute, will it? I hadn't played a real piano for years because Lindsay sold mine. I missed this so much. I closed my eyes and started to play and sing my heart out. I didn't even feel the time passing. I didn't even feel Liam standing behind me by the door.
What's that? How's that possible? How is this your voice and not Joanna's? I don't understand.
Please just forget what you saw and heard.
Wait here.
After a couple of minutes, he came back with Lindsay and Joanna, who looked really scared when she saw me near a piano.
Why don't you play us that song that won you the competition before we sign the deal? It's only fair that I hear you play live.
What? Mom.
Let's leave that to another day. I'm afraid Joanna's not ready today. She's recovering from a bad cold.
I insist it's actually part of the contract's conditions.
Believe me when I say at that moment, I wouldn't want to be Joanna for anything in the world. She sat at the piano, tried to stroke the keys, but of course she couldn't play. She tried to sing in a low voice, but it was very clear that her voice wasn't even good. She was about to cry.
Ella, why don't you give it a try?
I was terrified for a second, but I told myself, come on, have some courage. Liam knows the truth now. I played and sang the song perfectly.
Ella, we would be honored to sign a deal with you.
What? What do you mean with her? It's my daughter who won the competition, not this. This girl?
Your daughter can't sing, ma'am. I know the truth now, so no need for more lies. What do you say, Ella?
Sure, I'd be crazy to say no. Let me tell you that the album I made with Liam was a hit. I had enough money to hire a lawyer and fight Dad's case, all with the help of Liam, and he was finally home.
Please, Ella. You know we love you, honey. Please don't throw us out. Please, I am so sorry.
We're really sorry. Ella, you can have your room back.
It was just a misunderstanding, please.
It's too late now. The whole world knows the truth. Now, please leave because I have to prepare for my first live concert. The concert was amazing. Thousands of people came. I was living the dream. Liam was even waiting for me backstage with a bouquet of flowers. Oh, thank you so much. I love them. You're the best, you know. You saved me from my evil stepmother. Exactly like a fairy tale.
And because I did that, don't I deserve a date just to be authentic to the story?
You do. Let's go get some ice cream.
And a kiss.
Yeah, and a kiss. And that's how I wrapped up my story. I got rid of the evil stepmother and her daughters. I became a superstar. I got the Prince Charming, and I have the happily ever after that everyone wishes for.
Hi, I'm Ian from Canada. Please like and subscribe. I was born in a super rich family who owned a chain of restaurants. We pretty much had everything you could imagine except peace. My dad was a bad-tempered man who threw tantrums over the smallest things. Mom was soft-hearted and hardly ever spoke back. But my biggest problem was my bratty sister. Ariel was 2 years younger than me and 10 times worse than my dad. Once when I was 8, my parents took us to a wedding and I was playing with my cousins when I spotted Ariel being mean to a little boy whose family was poor. She snatched his lollipop and he started crying.
You can't eat that because you're ugly.
Ariel, give it back now.
No.
Just then, the boy's mom came and started shouting at Ariel, who went screaming to Dad and to him, and of course, he defended her.
How dare you yell at my daughter? She's saying the lollipop is hers and she would never steal from anyone.
But Dad, I was right here. I saw her.
Ian, this is your sister and you should be on her side, not this poor boy's.
Dad and Ariel were like two peas in a pod, and it was no wonder that he loved her more than me, and she always found a way to get me into trouble. Like in the 5th grade when Ariel joined my school, my parents asked me to look out for her on her first day, and I did exactly believe that. But as we were waiting for our car to pick us up, I suddenly turned around and saw she was gone. I looked for her everywhere in the school, but I couldn't find her. Feeling panicked, I had a school teacher call my parents, and soon after they arrived, Ariel came running from somewhere and flew into my dad's arms.
Mommy, Daddy, Ian Lucky in the storeroom. I was so scared.
I was stunned at how wicked she was. What? No, I didn't. Stop lying, Ariel. She cried even louder and Dad started yelling at me, but thankfully Mom took my side.
Calm down, Steve. Maybe he's telling the truth.
Ariel is only 7 years old. I don't think she knows how to lie yet. It's him.
I was grounded for a whole month because of the stunt of my sister pulled. She grew up to be the same wicked witch, and I became quiet and withdrawn from my family. I focused on doing well at school, and since I loved computers, I spent a lot of time teaching myself about them. I always thought it was a nerd, so I was surprised when I started getting attention from girls in the 10th grade. Even Ariel's friends were always staring at me and giggling, which was kinda creepy. One evening when I was studying for a big test, Ariel had some friends over, and they were playing music so loudly that I could hardly focus. I decided to go for a run, but just as I was changing my shirt, a girl flung open the door and stood staring at me.
Oops, I thought this was the bathroom.
You've been to our house before, and wouldn't you still knock?
You're so funny.
She giggled for no reason, and then Ariel came up behind her grinning.
Where are you off to?
Running away because you girls are so noisy.
We'll be quiet only if you agree to date my friend here.
What? Not doing that? I'm sure she's just like you. I ran away from there as fast as I could, but when I returned, I found Ariel crying in my room. Such a drama queen. Why can't you cry in your own room?
My best friend has been so depressed since her parents got divorced, and she's always crying and sniffling, and it's so annoying. Her puffy eyes are so ugly they can't be seen with her. So please date her and cheer her up just once.
I reluctantly agreed, they both leave me alone after that. So the next day after school, I said I'd meet her friend at a nearby milkshake shop, and when I got there, Ariel was also with her. Weirdest date ever. We ordered her drinks, and then this girl who was in my history class called Elsa came with our milkshakes. Ariel took one sip of her drink and spat it out.
Ooh, I said bubblegum milkshake, not strawberry. Must be extra stupid for getting it wrong.
And then she threw the glass on the floor and told Elsa to clean it up. Have you lost your mind? You can't treat people like this.
Dad is so right about you. Being a softie will get you nowhere, brother. And you stupid girl, don't just stand there. Get me a new milkshake.
You're pathetic. I ran after Elsa to check if she was okay, and I found her crying in the back alley. I'm so sorry about my sister. She's a real piece of work.
Yeah, it's not the first time she's done this.
But you shouldn't allow her to bully you like this.
I have no choice. My boss says customers come first and I can't afford to lose this job. It pays my school fees.
I didn't know much about Elsa because she always hid her face behind her long hair and never spoke in class. And because of what my sister did, I offered to buy her lunch at school. When I sat with her in the cafeteria the next day, the entire school had their eyes on us because this was the first time I was seen with some girl. While we talked, she kept looking down. I lifted her chin up gently and pushed her hair behind her ears. I was amazed at how beautiful she was. Wow, you're lovely. You shouldn't hide your face like that.
Thank you. You're the first person here who's been this nice to me, but I think people are looking at you wondering why some rich and handsome guy like you is sitting with a waitress.
I couldn't care less about what they're thinking, but they're probably all looking at you. I started hanging out with her every day and found myself falling for her fast. I like how Elsa was gentle and soft-spoken, but she also had a fun, quirky side that was adorable. But one evening when I got home, Dad was waiting for me in the living room, with Ariel by his side.
Your sister tells me you're dating some poor girl. Is this true?
Ariel is crazy. How do you judge a person without even knowing where they're from?
Because she's a waitress, stupid.
You're stupid because you keep poking your nose in my business. Just then, Mom walked in after some errands, and Dad told her to make him tea. Mom just walked into the house, and you're already giving her orders.
It's okay, Ian. I don't mind.
No, Mom, it's not okay. These two are always bullying us around, and now they're telling me who I can and can't date.
That's because this girl he likes is a gold digger.
I'm not letting you embarrass us by being with some beggar. What will people think?
That sounds like your problem because I don't care. And guess what? She's coming over for dinner this weekend and you will be nice to her. If you don't agree, Dad, I will drop out of school and move out, and you can find another son to help you with the business. Dad knew that I was smarter than his precious daughter, and he needed me to take over his business one day. So he had no choice but to give in. The next day, when I invited Elsa over, she looked gorgeous and really nervous.
I'm so scared to meet your parents.
Don't worry. We'll be just fine and he'll love you. Mom did seem to, but Dad and Ariel glared at her.
So Ella, is it?
Elsa, sir.
What do your parents do?
I don't have parents. I live with my grandmother and I take care of her.
So basically you're poor.
Ariel, that's very rude.
I kicked my sister under the table and she cried out angrily and stormed out of the room. Sometime later, Elsa excused herself to go to the bathroom, and Mom told her it was upstairs. She was gone for a while, so I decided to check on her. And I stopped short when I found her in my parents' room opening Mom's jewelry box. Elsa, what are you doing here?
Ian, you startled me, and oh, this isn't what it looks like. I promise your sister came out of your parents' bedroom, shoved this diamond ring in my hand, and told me to leave. She ran off before I could say anything, so I just came here to put it back. I don't know what's going on.
Liar?
We turned around to see Ariel in the doorway.
She's lying. I never gave her the ring. Mom, Dad, we have a thief in the house.
Shut up, Ariel. But the two had already come up running, and Elsa looked scared out of her wits.
Check her bag. I'm telling you, she's a thief.
Ariel suddenly snatched Elsa's bag, and as it fell to the ground, a lot of Mom's jewelry fell out. I didn't know what to think.
Gets out of our house before we call the police.
Elsa ran out crying, and I was too shocked to even run after her. If she needed money so badly, she could have asked me for help. There had to be some reason she felt she had to steal. But I never saw her again. She just didn't come to school after that, and when I asked the school admin, they told me she transferred to another school. Ariel and her friend were over the moon.
My friend is still available if you want to date her.
No thank you, and you should focus on school. Your math teacher spoke to me today and told me you're failing badly.
Oh, I'm the most beautiful girl in this school, and I don't think I'm going to use math in my modeling career.
Ariel did fail high school, and for the first time, Dad was so disappointed in her she couldn't get a job anywhere, not even as a model. So she ended up working as a waitress in one of Dad's restaurants where I was the manager. I had so much fun bossing her around. Ariel, the customers are waiting.
Well, do something about it.
I'm the manager. Go see to the customers now.
Daddy, Ian's being mean to me?
He's just doing his job, so please do yours. I'm already doing you a favor because you're not a very good waitress.
Ariel looked ready to explode.
Oh, so Ian's your favorite child now, Dad. How about we tell him about the time you plotted with me to get rid of his girlfriend, Elsa?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, Dad asked me to slip Mom's jewelry into Elsa's bag. Duh. And he also found out where she lived and gave her grandmother money to take Elsa to another school.
I couldn't believe my ears. I looked at Dad for answers, but he didn't show an ounce of guilt.
Yeah, so I only did it for you. Ian, there are plenty of girls out there, and I didn't want you to be trapped by a poor one.
I quit my job that very moment, and before I moved out of the house, Mom gave me a check for a huge amount of money.
Ian, I've been saving up money secretly for years, and I want you to have this. Use it wisely, son.
Mom, thank you so much, and you're coming with me.
Sweetheart, I have more money saved, and now that you kids are old enough, I'm leaving your father and moving to Bali. It's time I lived my life.
I'm so happy for you, Mom. I used the money to start my own IT company, which became very successful over the years. The only thing missing in my life was love. Then one day at the grocery store, I was standing in line at the counter when I spotted a black-haired girl ahead of me. It was Elsa. Cashier was telling her that her card wasn't working, and she looked really bothered. How much is it? I'll pay. Elsa turned around and stared at me in shock, and then she looked mad.
No need, I'll come and buy these things later.
She left her grocery cart and walked off quickly, and I followed. Elsa, please wait.
Go away, Ian. I don't need your help. I'm not poor now, by the way. Something just went wrong with my card. I know what my family did.
I know, and I'm so sorry. Look, you don't have to forgive me or have anything to do with me. I'd just like to help you out right now. Let me pay, please. She calmed down a bit and we went back inside to clear her bill. Then she briefly thanked me and left, but I just couldn't stop thinking about her for days. A week later, I was watching TV at home when I heard the doorbell, and I was shocked to find Elsa standing there. Elsa, you're the last person I was expecting.
I felt I owed you dinner as a thank you for the other day, and I just wanted to say that I forgive you. Everyone deserves a second chance, right? So here, I'm giving you one.
Her smile made my heart skip a beat, and I gently pushed her hair away from her face. You're still the most beautiful girl I've ever met.
Hi, I'm Kara from Los Angeles. Please like and subscribe. I lived with my single mom who worked as a stylist to A-list celebrities. Her work fascinated me, and I always dreamt of walking in her footsteps. So, when I turned 17, I started assisting her on her movie sets. That's where I met Jake for the first time. He worked as a set builder, and though we never spoke, I always thought he was kind of cute. One day I was a bit early on the set when I saw him struggling with the set backdrop. Oh, there you go.
Thanks, I was sure I was going to fall today. I'm Jake, by the way.
I'm Kara. We got talking, and it turns out he was really sweet. We started hanging out a lot at the set and started dating. Soon it was time for college, and as luck would have it, Jake and I got into a college in the same city and decided to move in together. Mom didn't take the news too well, but I was adamant, so she gave in. Things were fine for a while, but soon our relationship started crumbling. It started with small things like Jake not paying the rent or staying out till late. He wanted me to ask Mom to invest in his business idea.
I'm sure she'll have no problem pitching in to secure daughter's future. Don't you want me to progress in life?
Of course I do. Nothing would make me happier. I still wasn't sure if Mom would agree, but I had to give it a shot for Jake. So a week later, I called her up and she told me that she was in the hospital. She was feeling much better, but I had to go see her. So I rushed back home only to find Jake and my car gone. I tried calling him, but he didn't answer. And just as I was giving up hope, he came home looking like a wreck and my car was missing. What happened? Where's my car?
The car is gone. I got into a bad accident, babe.
Gone? What do you mean gone? My mom's not well, and I had to go see her. What am I supposed to do now?
I'm telling you, I got into an accident, but all you care about is your car and your mom. You're unbelievable.
I didn't, but Jake slammed the door in my face. I felt so bad about the whole thing, so I decided to make up for it by selling my mom's vintage Rolex watch to get money for Jake's business. It broke my heart to part with it, but I had to do it for Jake. Mom was discharged soon after, but she was still mad at me for not showing up. I thought after Jake got the money, he'd be happy. But instead, he got more distant. He was always on his phone or traveling, and if I asked him, he simply shrugged and said it was for business. But then, one day, when he was gone, I checked his bank statements and saw a transfer of $500,000 in his account.
What are you doing?
What the heck is this, Jake? Where did you get the money?
I wanted to tell you sooner, but I got so caught up. I won the lottery. Isn't that amazing?
A lottery? When? How?
You gave me the money, I bought the tickets, I won the money, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I'm rich now.
My heart dropped to my butt. I sold my watch to get money for a lottery tickets. How could you be so insensitive? You should have asked me.
Oh, and why should I do that? Did I ask you to sell your junk? No, right? And will you? Please stop overreacting. I won, didn't I?
What? You're more stupid than I thought if you think money is everything in life.
I don't care. And listen, I'm tired of dating your broke butt anyway. I thought maybe your mom would help me pay my bills and I could finally live a good life. But we all know how that went, so I'm off. And here's a little cash to keep you afloat. And don't call me.
Jake packed up his stuff and moved out, leaving me in total shock. I couldn't believe I could fall for someone like him. I wanted to call Mom and tell her everything, but that would only stress her out more, so I decided against it. The next few weeks were a blur. I was still trying to wrap my head around the way Jake had treated me, and I felt like a total idiot. And one day while walking back from college, I was so lost I didn't realize I'd stepped right into heavy traffic. Before I could process it, I felt an arm pull me back onto the sidewalk.
Hey, watch where you're going. Are you trying to get yourself killed?
I looked up and saw the most gorgeous guy was towering above me like an angel. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Must have been thinking real hard for you to be so distracted.
Yeah, something like that. Please let me repay you.
Maybe some other time. I have a feeling I'll see you again. I'm just glad you're okay.
The stranger left and I went on my way, but I couldn't stop thinking about how he looked oddly familiar. The next day, I decided to break myself out of my slump and focus on my studies. When I arrived at class, I found out that we were assigned partners for a project, and my partner was the same guy who'd saved me.
Well, this must be fate. Who would have thought we'd meet up again so soon?
Wow, I had no idea we were in the same class.
Well, now you do. I'm Noah.
Noah and I hit it off immediately. He was funny, charismatic, and he always made me feel at ease. We were great together, and one day, when he asked me out for a coffee date, I agreed. But just as I reached the cafe, I heard him talking on the phone with someone.
You don't have to worry, I'll arrange the money for Mom's operation. I'm working on it as we speak.
As soon as he saw me, he stopped and smiled.
Hey, you're early. What happened? Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem, let's go, shall we?
Noah kept saying something, but my mind was spinning in all directions. Could it be that he was lying to me for money too? But why would he do that?
So I heard your mom's a stylist in LA?
Huh? How do you know that?
Everyone in college does. She's famous. You must be well off.
It was almost as if an alarm went off in my mind as I got up. Noah, this was great. I need to leave.
But your coffee?
Some other time, maybe. I turned around and ran as fast as I could, far away from Noah. My relationship with Jake had been a disaster, and I had no plans of repeating the same mistake. After that day, I avoided Noah at all costs, even though he tried talking to me 1,000,000 times. He would slip sweet notes in my locker, wait for me in the cafeteria, and help me with the project. But I just didn't want to talk to him. And then one day he caught up with me.
Okay, I swear I'm not a stalker, but it's really annoying me how you left the other day. I need an explanation. You owe me one.
I don't owe you anything.
Okay, relax. I've clearly touched a wrong nerve, but I can't sleep in peace till you tell me what's wrong.
Why do you even care?
Because I like you. There, I said it. I've liked you since I saw you in class the first day, but you were always so quiet doing your own thing. Never got the chance to talk to you.
I stared at Noah, and his kind eyes told me he was telling the truth. Suddenly, I broke down in tears and told him everything about Jake.
That's horrible. I understand where you're coming from, but you can't judge everyone on the same level. I need money, but I would never make a fool out of anyone. Least of all you.
I know, but it's difficult for me to move on. I don't know if I can ever fall in love again. Noah looked disappointed, but I just wasn't in a place where I could trust anyone again. We decided to stay friends, but the more time I spent around him, the more I fell for him. Maybe he was different, and I was thinking too much. One day, Noah told me about a massive party in a mansion outside the city. The entire class was invited, and we were all excited. I even bought myself a cute outfit. But when Noah came to pick me up, I was blown. You clean up nice.
I still look like a shabby rat compared to you.
The party was a blast, and Noah and I were having a great time. Then he left to get us some drinks, and seconds later, someone tapped on my shoulders. I froze when I saw Jake grinning at me.
Fancy seeing you here.
What are you doing here?
Do you own this place? No? Thought so.
I don't have time for this. Leave me alone. Just then, Noah approached me with our drinks.
Sorry, the line was insane. Everything okay?
Yeah, I need to leave. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Don't crush his heart like that, Kara. Trust me, dude, she does that a lot, my little heartbreaker.
Something snapped in me, and I slapped Jake square in the face. Don't touch me. You are a horrible person, Jake. Stay away from me. I mean it. For days after that, I couldn't find the strength to go to my classes. Noah called me, but I told him I wasn't feeling well and asked him to give me some space. Thankfully, he respected that. A week later, I finally managed to get off my butt and get ready for class. When the doorbell rang, I was shocked to find Mom standing outside. Mom!
I got a call from your college saying that you're not showing up. What's wrong, baby?
I hugged Mom tight and started sobbing like a crazy person. As she sat me down, I told her everything about Jake and Noah. Jake broke my heart, and now I don't think I can trust anyone again. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Oh, sweetie, don't be sorry. Jake never deserved you, but that doesn't mean you should stop believing in love. Listen to your heart and follow it.
Mom stayed the night and talked me out of my slump. I was finally feeling better and decided to go to class. But just as I stepped in, someone blocked my way. Jake, are you stalking me?
If that's what it takes for you to hear me out, then yes. I'm sorry I was a jerk and what I did with you was wrong. Just please hear me out, okay? For old time's sake.
Jake told me he ended up gambling all his money and was left with nothing. He'd even failed his classes and was on the verge of getting kicked out.
I know you told me to be more careful and I was a fool not to listen to you, but Kara, I need money. I'm struggling.
Haha, sounds like a you problem to me. And how dare you walk up to my face asking for money after betraying me like that?
Think about it, Kara. You know I'm a smart kid. You really don't want to mess with me.
Do what you feel like. But before I could move, he grabbed my arm. Hey, what's wrong with you? Let me go! Next thing I know, I saw Noah burst onto the scene where he grabbed onto Noah's arm and shoved him away.
She said to let her go.
You again? This is between me and her.
I got this. Noah, listen to me very carefully, Jake. If you don't leave now, I will have your butt kicked off campus and put a case of stalking on you. And you know my mom, right? She knows people. People who can put you in jail for a long, long time. You get where this is going?
But we're supposed to be together. We have history.
Exactly, your history. And you know how history bores me. Now leave before I make your life miserable. And with that, his face turned red and he immediately stormed off.
Well, that was intense.
Sorry you had to get involved in my mess again.
What can I say? I'm a mess-up cleaner.
No, Noah, I should have been more careful of your feelings. I let my past define my present, and I shouldn't have done that. I know.
I don't care about your past, but I do want to see myself in your future. You think you can maybe give me a chance? I swear I won't spend money on lottery tickets.
Haha, very funny. Hi, I'm Stormy. Please like and subscribe. I lived with my parents in a small city in the States. My parents loved me loads, and I was living a simple, peaceful life until I discovered something strange about me on my 5th birthday. When I was about to thank the guests after the party, I felt quite nervous with everyone staring at me. Thank you all for coming to my birthday. What a fumble. That's the first time I realized I stutter in nervous situations. Everyone around me laughed, and I just ran away. I sat by the pool, crying when a girl my age with glasses came and sat down near me.
Hey, I'm Nora. We just moved here. I know speeches suck. Yuck. I hate them too.
She wiped my tears, and I instantly put my arm around her. It felt like we were destined to be friends. Mommy takes me to the park every night. Want to come along? It'll be fun! And so, we met at the park every evening, and soon we became best friends. One such day, I saw another girl with Nora. As I approached them, the girl started laughing.
Don't tell me you're friends with her! Isn't she the dummy who said thank you at her birthday party?
Yeah, I did. But what's your problem?
You're such a stupid combo, Stormy! The dummy and no eyes Nora!
Ha 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 ha! She laughed and pulled Nora's glasses. Nora reached out for them, but the girl threw them on the ground and stomped on them. I lost it! I kicked her hard, and she fell on her butt. How dare you mess with my friend?
Your friend? She's my sister, you moron! Get lost!
What? Turned out she was Nora's twin sister, Leah. She gave Nora a death stare, and ran to complain to her mom. She can't be your sister, Nora. She's awful.
Yeah, she is. That's why I didn't introduce her to you before. We just never get along. But thanks for standing up for me.
Days passed and we all started going to the same school. Whenever Leah or anybody bullied me or Nora, we always stood up for each other. Life was good until one day in the 6th grade, Nora told me the saddest news.
Their family was moving to New York City. I don't want to go, but my dad's got some big job there and he can't miss it. I'm so sorry.
She hugged me, and we both burst into tears while Leah mocked and laughed at us. And that's the last day we all met. I missed Nora so much that I didn't even attend school for days. But then, Mom and Dad encouraged me. Slowly, I started focusing more on my studies and became a school topper. But when I was in high school, my parents came up with a strange plan. They wanted me to move in with my aunt in New York for a better education. I wasn't so happy to leave them, but I agreed. When I reached New York, Aunt was so pleased to have me. She took me shopping around the city and got me all ready for my new school. Stepping into the big school, I felt like I was in a movie. I walked straight up to my class in the 9th grade, but almost all the seats were taken. I was gazing around when suddenly a girl waved at me. Me?
Yeah, come on up. Here's a seat.
That was so sweet. I walked near her, but then I noticed from her smile, she's someone I knew. OMG. Nora, is that you? You look amazing, and you got contacts.
I know. Gotta make some changes.
And you're beautiful as ever, too. We shouted in excitement while the whole class stared at us like crazy. Nora took me out on a tour around the school, and we bumped into Leah.
Oh God, you again! How many more losers can a class of grade 9 hold?
And she had a set of minions here too around her. Seems like she hadn't changed one bit. Well, maybe you can leave and never come back so the class will be one loser less. Nora and I laughed and high-fived. Leah looked like she was about to attack me, but some teacher walked by just then and I escaped. Later that day at lunch, I sat down with Nora at a table, and the next minute, 2 girls brought us food as if in a restaurant.
Hey, don't you know I'm on a diet? Take this burger back and get me a salad and... Oh, one for Stormy too.
No, really, it's fine. I can get my own lunch. Thanks.
Hey, why? Easy girl, see, she's already going. Now chop chop.
Whoa! I was surprised to see she was a big shot in the school with her own set of minions. As we were eating, Leah was sitting a few tables away, and I saw a strange grin on Nora's face.
Now watch the show.
Saying that, she walked straight to Leah with a bottle of water. She silently poured the whole bottle onto her food. Leah snapped and pushed her hard. Nora fell down with a scream.
Ah! Look, guys, she slapped me and pushed me down for no reason. Do you want such a mean girl to be your president?
Stop embarrassing yourself, Nora! You're going to lose no matter what you try.
We'll see about that.
What was happening? When she came back to her seat, I asked Nora. What was all that about Nora, and I saw that you started it. That wasn't very nice of you.
Why? I told you. You got to change to fit into the world or you'll lose. Well, here I mean the school president election. I'm running and so is Leah, and I have to beat her butt.
I wasn't liking her cheap winning tactics, but she was my friend. And when she asked me to help prepare posters for her campaign, I did. The day before the election, the candidates had to give their final speech in front of all the students. And the second student had to speak in favor of each candidate, too. I was praying Nora wouldn't look up to me, but she did, and I really had to step up. I started off confidently, but suddenly I realized how many pairs of eyes were on me, and I lost my nerve. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is vote for no. No, Nora! And the whole school ended up shouting in chorus.
No, Nora!
Nora looked furiously at me and stormed off. I called her out, but she didn't stop. Gosh, I'd messed up, but I hadn't done it on purpose. She shouldn't have asked me. And when the election results were announced, Leah was declared the winner. I knew Nora would be really mad, but I had no idea what she'd do next. Just as the previous president was putting the president badge on Leah, Nora came charging straight at her onto the stage and knocked Leah over. She ripped the badge right off her shirt. I jumped onto the stage to stop her, but just then, she pulled Leah's hair and it came off. OMG, it was a wig! Everyone looked stunned to see Leah hairless. Nora just stood there grinning, while Leah looked around horrified.
I thought you'd at least keep this promise, Nora. You suck!
She burst into tears and ran off. As Nora walked off the stage, I went after her and grabbed her arm. Are you crazy, Nora? How could you do something so awful to your own sister? Who are you? What have you become?
Who are you to ask me that, you stuttering moron? You cost me the election too.
She pushed me so hard that I hit the wall. I lost it. I attacked her back and it was a big fight that landed both in detention. But at least I was clear about something now. I was not going to be friends with her ever again. I didn't even know who she was anymore. I felt bad for Leah, but she didn't show up for days, and Nora was just going out of control. She made the whole class sign a petition for a re-election and sent it to the principal. Worse, she used Leah's absence and told everyone she was the acting president.
So class, today, we're all going to skip the math test and go watch the soccer team's rehearsals. They're amazing!
We're not listening to you, Nora. You can go if you want, but we'll be right here in class.
You always were such a loser nerd, Stormy. Don't talk back to your president. You are skipping math. Everyone will. Because I said so.
That was insane. And there was no way I was going to listen to her. I stayed back in class, and I was glad at least some of the other kids did too. Weeks passed, and finally Leah showed up for the exams. But she wasn't the same girl anymore. She sat in the last seat in class and didn't talk to anyone the whole day. I decided to go talk to her. When I went to her at lunch, she immediately stood up and started walking away. Hey, wait up! You don't have to run away from anyone. If you start running, you'll have to do that your whole life. Just stop. And she did. She came back and sat down next to me for lunch, and I saw Nora and her gang staring at us from afar. But I couldn't care less. I shared my lunch with Leah, and slowly, she started getting comfortable. She told me she got a strange condition called alopecia a year ago, which made her lose most of her hair. She even apologized for being so mean towards me.
You know, all these years, I thought being mean to people says you're tough and strong. The way I treated you and Nora till now, I think I deserve this shame.
No, you didn't deserve it, Leah. It was cruel. But I'm glad you realized your mistakes, and I hope this means we can be friends now. We started hanging out in school, and even at my place to study together. And she was actually quite easy to get along with. We aced the exams, and I was really looking forward to junior prom, but Leah seemed reluctant.
Actually, I don't think junior prom is a good idea, but you should go! It's just me!
Oh, come on, Leah. You're the president now.
You mean the hairless president? If only it was a Halloween party. You could come as Voldemort and win. Ha ha ha.
Shut up, Nora. There's a big difference between being hairless and heartless. You should be more worried about how ugly you are on the inside.
How come you don't stutter at all when you raise your voice at me, Stormy? Was it a plan to make me lose the election then?
Think whatever you want to. I don't care. See you at prom. Leah and I walked out. I took her shopping that evening, and we got some beautiful dresses for the big eve. And I bought something that shocked Leah, a bald wig. This is gonna complement my costume. I'm gonna show everyone. Being hairless is a fashion in itself. How about you? She cried and hugged me tight. I held Leah's hand tight and took her to prom. Beautifully hairless. Some gossiped, many were speechless. When I saw my friends smiling with confidence, that made me happy. Nora mocked us and laughed, but no one backed her up.
Hey, knock it off, Nora. Leah looks lovely, and it's brave of her to come like this.
Yeah, and we all like Stormy too. She's really nice.
Nora lost her mind and picked up some juice glasses to fling at us. But just then, the principal happened to walk by, and the juice went straight in her face. She immediately kicked Nora out of the event. That felt like a victory. Just like that, we were at the end of high school. We got some great news. Leah and I got placed in the same university on scholarship. The last day at school, I walked into the restroom to find Nora sitting in a corner, bawling like a baby. Hey, Nora, you okay? What happened?
Ugh, you of all people, why are you here? Just leave me alone.
Sure I will. Right after you tell me what's wrong with you.
What do you want to know, huh? That I'm a real loser? Fine. I'm dumb and stupid, and I failed all my exams, and I won't graduate from high school this year, and I've lost all my popularity, and everybody hates me. Happy to hear that, Stormy.
Why would that make me happy, Nora? We used to be best friends, and I miss that person. But maybe this is a chance for you to set things right before you leave this place. Be nicer to your new classmates, and they won't hate you. You said you have to change to fit in, and I guess you need to change into the better, kinder version of yourself now. I know you can. She looked at me silently as I gently patted her on the shoulder, and then I walked away. Hi, I'm Rue from Chicago. Please like and subscribe. My mom was a renowned doctor and loved me to bits. But when I was 6, I fell from a tree and hit my head. And even though I recovered fine, Mom went crazy. She never let me out of her sight after that. When I started school, she hugged me and cried like a baby at the gate. And she'd even drop by during recess to check on me.
Blood! Oh my God! What happened?
She picked me up and started running to the hospital. Mom put me down. It's just ketchup. And suddenly, we both went crashing into the food counter. By the time I was in 8th grade, I was super popular and a star player on the basketball team. Once during my match, I fell and bruised my knee, and Mom leapt out of the audience screaming hysterically. It was so embarrassing. And then she forced the principal to grant me 1 month's leave to recover. Ugh! I spent the next week in bed watching Avatar World videos about crazy, crazy moms like mine. But a few days later, it was my friend's birthday party, and I felt well enough to sneak out. But just as I was about to kiss this cute guy there, Mom barged in and smashed the music system.
That music's loud enough to hurt my baby's ears.
Mom, are you crazy? How did you even find me? Apparently, she had a tracker installed in my phone to always know my location. On the way home, we had a huge argument. If you ever do something like that again, I'm gonna leave for good and I'll throw away my phone. Mom, you won't be able to find me. And surprisingly, that worked. She kinda backed off, and I was relieved to be back at school soon. Guys, I'm back! I was hoping for an awesome welcome, but to my surprise, no one bothered to say hi. And just as I was about to sit, someone pulled my seat and I fell on my butt.
You can't sit there. It's Sally's seat.
Wait, what? This is my seat. And who's frickin' Sally anyway?
Me, I'm Sally. And you are?
I turned around to see a tall blonde girl offering me a hand. I'm Rue, and I think you're new because I've never...
Oh, Rue! The one with the crazy mom. It's nice to finally meet you. I just joined this month and it's okay. You can take this seat.
She smiled and went to another seat, and all the kids followed her. What the heck? A new girl had taken my place while I was gone for just a month. After that, I noticed how everyone was just too pleased by her. Even the teachers.
Oh, Ms. Olson, did you get a new haircut? It looks so nice on you.
Thanks. Sally, you're the only one to notice. You aren't just smart, you're kind too.
And she helped the other kids with their homework too.
Guys, I got this. You can copy from my assignment as long as you change some things.
Sally, you're the best.
Well, I doubted that. She was just too good to be true and just happened to appear out of thin air and take my popularity. But I wasn't gonna lose to her. A basketball match was coming up, and I was gonna show her who the real champ was. But on the day of the match, I could see Sally cheering for me with everyone else. In fact, she was cheering the loudest.
Woohoo! It's nice to have the champion back! Go, Rue!
Just then, I slipped on the basketball court and fell flat on my butt with a sprained ankle.
OMG! Someone help me pick her up! She's hurt!
Sally made me lean on her and took me to the nurse's room. She stayed with me the whole time the nurse attended to me, and I was beginning to think I'd misjudged her. She really was quite nice. Later, when I reached home, Mom came running and hugged me tight.
Oh my God! Are you okay? Let's go to the hospital right now.
Ugh. Mom, I'm fine. It's just a small sprain.
That's enough. You're not going to play that stupid game anymore.
Mom grabbed my shoes to throw them away, and that's when I noticed grease all under my shoe. Oh my God! Someone did it on purpose to make me slip, and I knew in my bones it could be none other than Sally. But since I had no proof, I decided to play nice for a while and keep an eye on her. A few days later, there was a big selection quiz for the nationals team, and I saw Sally mixing something in the free juices for all the contestants. Minutes later, the kids were clutching their tummies and running in and out of the bathroom. Ah, that evil witch! Of course she was selected for the finals! But I knew what she had done and decided to confront her. I followed her to the girls' washroom and pushed her to the wall. I'm not fooled by you, Sally. I know what you did there. I saw you mixing something.
Oh, Rue! What's wrong with you? Why are you hitting me?
And saying that, she slapped her own face really hard and started crying loudly. What? Suddenly, some girls came out of the washroom cubicles and pushed me aside.
Gosh, Rue, look at her face. You slapped her so hard it's all red.
We're going to tell the principal that you're bullying Sally.
No! Don't do that! I don't want to cause trouble. We should give Rue a chance to fix this. If she says sorry to me, I'll let it go this time.
What? The freaking frogs! Me say sorry to her? Ugh, no way! I pushed her harder this time and stormed out of there. But now I knew she was a cunning fox, and I had to play smarter than her. Soon, the elections for the new school president were announced, and I was super excited to participate. But guess who else was running for president? Sally! She already had loads of kids working for her campaign and making her posters. One day, while I was in the library working on mine, I heard some noises. I went ahead to check, and I was shocked to see Sally bullying a kid.
What do you mean you didn't complete my assignment? I need it back within an hour or I'll kick your butt, you moron!
She took his glasses off and threw them on the ground and crushed them. The guy looked terrified as Sally walked away. Just then, I had a mind-blowing plan. I quickly went in and picked up the guy from the floor. Hey, you don't have to be scared of her, okay? I'll help you get rid of her, but you'll have to help me too. You just have to speak the truth in front of everyone, and I'll make sure she never lays a finger on you again. Deal? The guy looked at me with teary eyes and nodded. A few days later, we had an event where each candidate had to speak up in front of the entire school, and I was all set to see my plan in action. Minutes before Sally was about to come on stage, I was so happy to see the guy she'd bullied standing there already. Sally's whole act was about to be exposed. Yippee!
I need to tell you all something. One of the candidates here is a chameleon who pretends to be your friend, but in reality, she's a bully.
And saying that, he pointed at me. What in the father frickin' world?
That's her, Rue. She even smashed my glasses the other day and put my head inside the toilet. She's a bully.
What? Have you lost your mind? What are you talking about? It was Sally. Can't you remember? She smashed your glasses?
Who's Sally? And please don't kill me. Please, someone save me from her.
Saying that he ran and hid behind the other kids, and all of them went bonkers on me.
Rue, we already knew you could be a bully, and now you're blaming Sally for this? Everyone knows Sally would never do something this horrible.
Yeah, we saw what happened in the washroom the other day. You're the bad person here, and you don't deserve to be the president.
And they all started throwing tomatoes at me. I ran out of there to save my butt, but I was so gonna kill Sally now. After the event was over, I followed Sally and saw her kissing that jerk who betrayed me in front of everyone. That's how she turned him on her side. She was such a devil. I heard them laughing and talking about how they'd humiliated me in front of everyone. I couldn't take it anymore. I went ahead and kicked him in the butt. You're such a world-class jerk. You lied in front of everyone for a wicked lizard like her.
Watch your mouth, Rue, or I'll tear off your tongue.
Whoa, look at that. Finally, your true colors are coming out, Sally. But guess what? I've known from day one that you're a witch. And soon, I'll prove it to everyone.
You recorded us?
Oh, yes, I did.
You know I'm tired of pretending to be nice to you. I wish you had slipped and hit your head that day, but you just got away with a little sprain. But today, I'm gonna kill you, Squid Face.
Saying that, she charged at me like a mad bull, and we broke into a wild fight. Within minutes, the cheating jerk came in and held me by my hands. Let go of me, you idiot, or I'll put your face in the toilet seat for real this time. I tried to fight them both, but they locked me inside a small janitor's room.
No one's gonna come here till tomorrow, Rue! And I'm gonna be the next student president by then. And your little phone? I'm gonna destroy it!
Both of them left, and I tried to break open the door, but nothing worked. When I'd almost given up, I suddenly heard a loud thud on the door, and it flew open. Mom! Oh God! I can't believe you found me. I hugged her tight.
Are you okay, sweetie? What happened to you?
Wait, Mom! How did you find me here?
Oh, honey. After you said you were going to throw away your phone the next time you run, I may have put a tracker device in all of your shoes.
Mom?
Okay, sorry. But see, it helped. I was able to help you today after you didn't come home for so long.
She was unbelievable. I immediately ran out to find Sally and saw she was making a bonfire in the school backyard, and she had my phone in her hand. I went in and hit her from behind, and the guy ran away seeing Mom with me.
What are you doing? Let go of me, you witch! I'm gonna kill you this time!
Oh, you can try, but you're not getting away with anything now. This time, I tied her and made sure she didn't run away until we called the principal and her parents.
We are really sorry, but she has a histrionic personality disorder. Because of that, she wants to be noticed and praised all the time. We kept it out of her records when she joined this school.
Oh God, I didn't know I was taking such a dangerous kid. But you've been really brave, Rue. I'm gonna announce you as the next student president tomorrow.
No, I'm the best one! I'm the best! She's nothing!
Saying that, she broke the ties and leapt towards me.
I'm gonna burn this entire school with you in it, loser!
Thankfully, the principal had called security and they took her away. After everything was over, I turned to Mom, thinking she'd go all crazy again. But she hugged me.
Oh, honey, are you okay? I was so scared.
I'm fine, Mom. Thanks for saving my life today.
I love you.
But no more tracking devices, please.
Hi, friends! My name is Celine, and my mom is my best friend. She was a small businesswoman, but after she divorced my dad, her luck turned around and she made it big. Mom adored me! By the time I was 7, I was living the life of a Malibu Barbie. She got me everything I wanted. She threw a birthday bash for me that had ponies and hot air balloons in it. My friends were shocked. Once, when I was in 2nd grade, I had a fight with my annoying classmate, and Mom was called to the school to meet the teacher who I hated.
Celine needs some discipline. Just look at what she did to her classmate. Maybe she needs a father to teach her some manners. Get her one.
My mom suddenly went ballistic and pushed the teacher away.
Are you a moron? My daughter doesn't need a father. She has me and I can take care of her. You say nonsense like that again and I'll have you fired.
I was so proud of my mom as she took my hand and stormed off. By the time I was in 4th grade, my mom was my best friend. I used to tell her every single freaking thing that happened to me. But once I made a mistake. I told her how I'd seen my friend Jessica take the teacher's watch and put it in her bag. And a few days later, I invited my friends to my house. When we were all having lunch, I heard a loud scream from my room. We all ran there to find Mom holding Jessica's hand.
You can't fool me, kid. I know you stole your teacher's stuff and now you're snooping in my daughter's room.
Oh my God! Jessica was shaking and in tears. Mom! She had to go to the bathroom. I told her to go to my room. When my friends left, I was so angry at Mom. I told her I won't be telling her anything from now on. Even though she apologized, I ran to my room and slammed the door shut. The next day at school, my friends started avoiding me like I was some weirdo. And this mean Jessica said,
"No, you can't sit with us because you tell all our secrets to your mom. Why are you like that, dumbhead?"
I started eating alone, but one day, something amazing happened. A girl came and sat next to me at lunch. Her name was Ashley, and she was new in the school. Soon we became friends, and it was so good having someone to talk to. A few days later, I saw Jessica wearing my bracelet that Mom had specially gotten made for me. Hey, that's mine! That bracelet has my name on the back. You're such a thief! I grabbed her wrist to take it away, but Jessica pushed me hard and pounced on me. Just then, Ashley came running and snatched the bracelet from her. We reported her to the principal, and she took a look into Jessica's locker. She was stunned to see so many stolen items. Jessica was suspended for 2 weeks, and I felt so foolish. Mom had been right about Jessica all along. When I went home, I apologized to Mom, and she hugged me tight. By the time we were in 10th grade, Ashley and I were best friends. Once, she was at my place, and we were discussing my new crush, Adam. When Mom walked in, I was so excited to tell her too. I showed her all his pictures.
I can't believe you just told your mom about your crush. I would never tell my mom such a thing.
A few days later, Mom came to school, and she spotted Adam with some boys. And then she said the most embarrassing thing ever.
Oh, you're Adam, right? This is Celine, and she's my daughter.
Oh yeah, that weirdo.
What did you just call her?
A weirdo. And I think she's also dumb.
Oh my god, you're such a rude kid. I can't believe she has a crush on you. And she even looks at your pictures all day. For what? You're a jerk. I can tell.
Everybody, including Adam, looked at me like I was some psycho stalker. I grabbed Mom's arm and tried to drag her away.
Oh, so Celine is crazy just like her mom.
Just let me teach this loser a lesson.
Mom tried to attack him, but thankfully, I was able to drag her away. At home, I had a huge fight with Mom about it.
I did the right thing, Celine.
The only thing you did was ruin my life. Mom asked for forgiveness, and I knew Mom meant well. So after a few hours, I forgave her and we hugged. But not for long. A couple of months later, we were having a Mother's Day event at our school. And when it was time for Ashley to give her mom the gift in front of everyone, Mom rushed to Ashley's mom and handed her a bag. She had gotten a matching outfit for her and Ashley.
I was so sorry to hear from Celine about your money problems and the divorce. You must be going through a really hard time right now. That's why I bought the nicest dresses for you and Ashley.
Oh my god! How could she blurt that secret out in front of everybody? Ashley and her mom were stunned. So were all the people in the classroom. Suddenly, Ashley was furious. She attacked me and held my hair tight in her grip.
How could you tell your mom about it? You know she can't keep a secret. Why did I ever trust you?
Even Ashley's mom was furious, and she screamed at Mom, calling her bad names. And that day, I lost my best friend. She just refused to talk to me. And a week later, she and her mom moved away without even saying goodbye. I was heartbroken, and my relationship with my mom was never the same.
Celine, please forgive me. It was an honest mistake.
Mom, enough is enough. You betrayed my trust and hurt other people. You can't just say it's a mistake every time. I can't do this anymore. I moved out of the mansion when I turned 18 and got admission in university. I got busy with studies, and Mom and I spoke less and less frequently. Luckily for me, I found love and got married. After graduating, I was living a happy life with my husband Andrew. I opened up an art gallery with Andrew, and the exhibitions I held were famous all over town. After 2 years, we were blessed with a little baby girl. We named her Crystal. She had a star-shaped birthmark in her hand. She was my world. One day, when I returned from work, I saw Andrew park up his new Porsche. I was stunned. Sure, we both earned well, but not that well. Something was off about Andrew. I walked into his new home office and heard him talk to some girl.
Oh, babe, I love you too. You think I'm in love with her? I am living with her only for the money.
I went berserk on Andrew. I made him tell me the truth the way he did. My mom had been sending him money, and that's why he was with me, while he loved someone else. First, I kicked Andrew out of the house. I was done with him. Then I called up Mom. Why can't you just stop interfering with my life? Why did you give money to Andrew?
But honey, Andrew asked me for money. He said he would leave you if I didn't give him the money.
You knew he didn't love me, and you didn't tell me? Mom, that's awful. You think giving him money was right? I told her never to send money again, and hung up. I just wanted to focus on raising Crystal now that life was set. Crystal and I became best friends. When she was 4, I took her to Disneyland, and we had a blast. I even got a star tattoo on my hand, just like Crystal's birthmark.
Mommy, we have the same mark now. I love you.
After a few days, it was time to go home. When our plane landed, we needed to take the train to get home. As I was buying tickets, I suddenly turned around and saw Crystal wasn't there. I went crazy. I searched for my baby girl all over the station, but I didn't find her. People started to help me look for her, and soon the cops arrived on the scene too. I just sat down on a bench crying with shock. I couldn't believe that my daughter was missing. I took my phone out and called the only person I could think of. I need you to come immediately, Mom. The minute she arrived, I broke down in tears and hugged her tight. I'm so sorry, Mom. Now I realize the pain of being away from your child. I am so sorry.
Hush, Celine. You have nothing to be sorry about. Don't worry, love. We will find my granddaughter.
But days turned into weeks, and my baby girl was nowhere to be found. It had been many months since Crystal was missing when a familiar-looking woman named visited me at home. And when our eyes met, we were both shocked. Ashley, is that you?
Oh my god. Celine, I'm the detective handling your daughter's case.
We hugged each other tight as we both started to cry.
Don't worry, we will get her back. I promise.
For 5 years, we searched for Crystal day and night. Everywhere I went, I would see my daughter. One day, I was walking towards the police station where Ashley worked when suddenly I heard a voice. A voice so sweet that it shook me.
Hey, Mom, wait up. I'm coming.
I turned around and saw a girl who looked so much like Crystal. Oh my God! It was my baby girl all grown up. Without a second thought, I ran to the girl and took her arm. And she started screaming.
Mom, Dad, help!
Sweetie, just let me look at your hand. Turned out it was not Crystal. And her parents furiously took her away, and I was heartbroken all over again. I was almost beginning to lose hope. I met Mom at the park that night and cried on her chest. Mom, it hurts. Mom, it's burning. I miss my baby. I'm so sorry for treating you badly. You were my best friend. I now understand how much I hurt you. Mom, I just want my baby back.
Mom!
I couldn't believe what I just heard. I looked around to see Ashley, and next to her was a 9 or 10-year-old girl looking confused. The moment I saw her, I knew it was my Crystal. I ran to hug her, but the girl took some steps back.
Mom had a tattoo like mine in her hand. Show it to me if you are my mom.
I showed her the star tattoo, and she gave me a huge smile and flung herself in my arms.
Mom, I missed you so much. Why did you leave me? You don't love me?
Oh, baby girl, I love you so much and I look so hard for you. I missed you! I missed you! Ashley told me that my baby had gone on a train to another city where a couple had found her wandering alone and crying, and they'd taken her in. Since then, they had been trying to search for her family. I pulled Mom to join our hug, and also Ashley. I love you guys so much. All my best friends are back now. I love you, Crystal.
I love you too, Mommy.